Believe it or not, these ceilings are 4.5 meters high. That's nearly 2 Yao Mings tall. Even the bedrooms have room for a mezzanine. You only see these in Hong Kong malls. This is one of the 7 houses in Mount Pokfulam, an ultra-luxury development that sold homes for hundreds of millions of dollars. Today, we're checking out the biggest home in the development, House 86B. It's sized over 4,800 square feet and has 5 bedrooms and 5 bathrooms. The house features a 1,223 square foot garden, a 955 square foot rooftop, a terrace of around 200 square feet, a 486 square foot carport, and a private swimming pool. On the first floor are the living and dining rooms, kitchen, the front and rear gardens, and the swimming pool. The first floor comes with 3 bedrooms, and the second floor features the master chamber. The house itself is 3 stories tall with terraces on the first and second floors. Overall, there's a kind of Italian Baroque style with wall sconces and stone finishes, but the general effect is grand in a streamlined, minimalist kind of way. The living rooms and dining room combined are around 800 square feet in size with 4.5 meter high ceilings, which allows for tons of large pieces to fill the space accordingly. So to that end, here we have a large sectional as well as a couple of armchairs. This would be appropriate for both friends or having clients over. Another socializing area is the home bar. So here we've got a countertop, it's marble for that extra opulence, and you can just pour a glass of wine here. Now this would definitely be the space for simpler, just enjoying a drink with a client kind of area, as there seems to be no sink here, and it's also a little bit further away from the kitchen. So just something to note. Separated by folding doors, here we have a garden. So now this is the rear garden. It's around 1,200 square feet in size combined with the front. And this would be the space for hosting your friends, your family on, those hot barbecue days overlooking the mountains. What I like about this area is that it has a swimming pool. Where is it? Well, it's actually under me. This is a movable floor. I liked that the concealed pool creates space for more outdoor furniture. It also isn't as exposed to the elements in general as it keeps out debris. Something to note is that residents will be in charge of maintenance for their pools. Taking advantage of these high ceilings, here we have a 4-tier crystal chandelier. From time to time, you can actually hear it chiming. Now that spotlights this large round marble 10-seater. So again, this is a place very appropriate for large gatherings. Off the dining room is a marble kitchen. It's got a U-shaped layout with an island in the middle. I would have preferred all 3 sides to have full height storage, but overall the walls facing each other offered sufficient space. This includes room for food prep on one side and baking on the other. The kitchen offered mainly Gaggenau appliances, from the cooktops and grill to the oven, coffee machine, and a large integrated fridge. Overall, it was well ventilated with a tall window and door connected to the front garden off the kitchen. The front garden is triple access from the kitchen, front door, and a staircase. While it's smaller than the rear garden, it has room to accommodate 2 long benches. Given the size of the home, a private lift is provided for easier navigation. Entering the first floor, this area features 3 bedrooms. All 3 come with an ensuite, and 2 have access to a terrace. Facing the lift is the family room. It fits cozy seating and even a pantry. With that being said, I would have liked a window or 2 for some natural light. So because of that, I think this room works better as a relaxed lounge area rather than a dedicated study space. So starting off on the first floor, here we have the largest room, the Junior Master Suite. Now over here, this space is total around 290 square feet in size, the bedroom alone. Behind the bed is room for both a desk and a wardrobe, but there's something unique just above them. Same with downstairs, the ceiling height is around 4.5 meters high, which leaves you tons of room for this kind of very loft-like feeling. And taking advantage of that height again, here we have a sort of enclosed mezzanine. So you can't quite see it, but there is an internal staircase here that leads you to your sort of wardrobe area, your closet. So up this very well-designed staircase, this is the sort of walk-in closet. Now, it's super unique in Hong Kong. It's not many you can say that you can just go up the stairs and there's your closet, but here we are. The only thing I will say, it appears that the ceiling height could be a little bit higher. Now next door in the second bedroom, over here we have a room that's around 220 square feet in size combined with the bathroom. While this is a little bit smaller than the room next door, it does still have access to the same terrace via a small door. And it also makes use of this glass mezzanine, so the glass as well as a lighter color palette overall creates a sense of openness. So just like the room next door, now here we have again a ton of room in the walk-in closet, just a whole line for you to place your clothes as well as your shoes. Again, I do wish that the ceiling could be a little bit taller, but this time there is enough room for a sitting area. The bathrooms were finished in different shades of marble and each came with a bathtub. The second floor is dedicated to the master chamber. It originally featured an additional ensuite bedroom. To offer greater privacy, however, the developer combined 2 ensuites into one to create a full-floor master suite. So the master bedroom occupies the entire second floor. On this side of the room, we have a king-size bed plus a sitting area as well as this kind of more of a dressing area. Now, at the back, there is an end-to-end terrace, and this time all of it is just for the masters. Alright, so here we are in the marble master ensuite. Now, this is in a 3-piece layout, so in the center, there is a marble tub, and it looks incredibly opulent. Over here on the side, what I want to point out is this sauna. I mean, come on, there's a sauna. So inside, it's definitely very Japanese feel. So you can tap into your inner zen here and just have a moment of quiet. Next to this is a shower enclosure. This is a rain shower enclosure, and above that is the skylight. So that brings in a lot of natural light. I also appreciate that there are dual sinks. So if you turn here, these are really interesting sinks. They look like they belong in a museum, like there is an architectural feel about them. I do want to note that due to the size of the sink and then the proportion to the countertop, it might be a little more difficult to reach down for anything like soap, but that is just something to keep in mind. Upstairs, the rooftop is around 955 square feet in size, with a relatively open layout. There's space for outdoor furniture, a barbecue grill, an inflatable pool, and so on. It looks out over the mountains and other developments below. Finally, this home comes with a private carport. It's nearly 490 square feet with 2 car parking spaces. There's a lift that goes upstairs, which is convenient for rainy days. Completed in late 2023, Mount Pok Fu Lam was developed by Wang On Properties and Kamwa Property. It's located on 86A to 86G Pok Fu Lam Road. Its 7 detached houses range from around 3,650 to over 4,800 square feet. Meanwhile, it offers 14 private car parking spaces with 2 allocated to each house. There's also 2 for visitors. For reference, the monthly management fee for House 86B is 9.7 Hong Kong dollars per square foot. As of early July, according to square foot data, 4 of the 7 homes have been sold. Given that each transaction has reached the hundreds of millions, these sales can give us a clearer sense of the project's price levels. For context, back in 2018, Wang On Properties bought a large portion of the area in the development Pok Fu Lam Heights for around 900 million Hong Kong dollars. The homes at Mount Pok Fu Lam range from around 160 million to 333 million Hong Kong dollars, between around 40,000 to 70,000 Hong Kong dollars per square foot. These prices are in line with those of ultra-luxury homes in Hong Kong. As for buyer profile, according to the developer, around 60% of show home visitors in 2024 were from mainland China or similar backgrounds. Other prospective buyers were ultra-wealthy individuals from local or international backgrounds. To gauge the development's current pricing, let's take a look at the most recent transaction, which was recorded in May of 2026 for House 86C. Like 86B, it was around 4,800 square feet in size and came in a 4-bedroom layout. This house also featured 3 ensuite bathrooms, a rooftop deck of around 955 square feet, a garden of 1,731 square feet, and a terrace of around 200 square feet. It was sold for 190 million Hong Kong dollars at around $40,570 per square foot. For context, the same house was first sold in April of 2025 for over 230.4 million Hong Kong dollars, or around $48,000 per square foot. That earlier transaction included renovations and a portion of furniture, which may partly explain the difference in pricing. Nonetheless, the latest resale price provides a reference point when looking at homes similar to House 86B. Its latest price per square foot also sits within the range of more recent transactions at Mount Pokfulam, which have generally been recorded between around 40,000 and 42,800 Hong Kong dollars per square foot. Several factors help explain Mount Pokfulam's pricing. The first is location. Pok Fu Lam is one of Hong Kong Island's traditional upscale residential areas, and the project also falls within SchoolNet 11, which is one of Hong Kong's top schoolnets. In terms of living environment, the area is relatively private and quiet. In Hong Kong, low-density developments can vary widely in terms of outlook, with some having city views. For Mount Pok Fu Lam, its elevated position gives the houses a relatively open outlook towards the surrounding mountains. Finally, there's the scale of the homes. Unlike standard luxury apartments, these are detached houses that measure several thousand square feet each. This makes the project different from the broader luxury residential market, where many homes are part of multi-unit apartment blocks. The houses themselves are also positioned as bespoke residences, which reflects the type of buyer segment the project is targeting. To get a better understanding of other luxury homes in the area, let's take a look at Pok Fu Lam Peak. We're going with this example as it's one of the newer developments on Pok Fu Lam Road, a roughly 6-minute walk away. It also has a relatively similar price range, also in the hundreds of millions. Built in 2015 by Vantage International, it features 5 houses, a similar number to Mount Pok Fu Lam. It also offers large layouts with 4 bedrooms. Due to having fewer units, transactions are less frequent, but we can still get a sense of the current price range from the past few deals. The most recent one was from September of 2025 for House 92B. The 4-bedroom house was slightly smaller than the house toured today, at around 4,270 square feet. It also features a garden and a rooftop, each over 1,000 square feet. It was sold for 135 million Hong Kong dollars at around $31,590 per square foot. On paper, this is lower than the recent per square foot prices recorded at Mount Pok Fu Lam. Its older completion date may be one factor. However, the bigger point is that this was not a standard resale. It was a mortgagee house, which would have been a key factor in the final selling price, around 50% below the owner's original purchase price of 271 million Hong Kong dollars in 2018. So while this latest sale gives us the most recent transaction reference for Pok Fu Lam Peak, it may not fully represent the development's typical pricing level. Looking at earlier transactions, although the market conditions were different at the time, Pok Fu Lam Peak had previously recorded prices starting from around 40,000 Hong Kong dollars per square foot. That seems to be more in line with the transaction prices at Mount Pok Fu Lam. For those who would like to live in the same area at a lower price, there are options. Pok Fu Lam Road also features a range of second-hand luxury developments like Emerald Garden. Developed by Great Eagle in 1974, it's a low-rise apartment building with 40 units facing the mountains and sea. According to Square Foot, its most recent transactions ranged from around 13 to 15 million Hong Kong dollars at about 13,000 to 15,000 Hong Kong dollars per square foot. Its newest transaction was for a low-floor flat B in April this year. It was sold for 14 million Hong Kong dollars at around 14,420 Hong Kong dollars per square foot. This apartment offered 3 bedrooms across 971 square feet. It's worth noting that all apartments in this building have the same saleable area. This is an example of a low-density option in the same area at a lower price point. In terms of location, Mount Pok Fu Lam is slightly further from the MTR station without a car, so transportation options may be more limited compared to areas directly above the railway line. With that being said, it's still relatively close to the University of Hong Kong, around 5 minutes by car or about 15 minutes on foot. From Mount Pok Fu Lam to Central, the journey is around 15 minutes by car or roughly 30 minutes by minibus, making driving the more convenient option. For everyday necessities, residents can head to Kennedy Town, where there are smaller shopping malls like Smithfield Walk and Smithfield Court Shopping Arcade. These are around 10 minutes away by car or minibus. Charmview Shopping Arcade is around a 10-minute drive or a 17-minute walk. The area also falls within SchoolNet 11, a zone for some of Hong Kong's top schools. Nearby schools include Sacred Heart Canossian School and St. Stephen's Girls Primary School, which may appeal to families with school-age children. Overall, I liked this home's classic features, which brought a lot of character, from the ceiling medallions in the living room and master bedroom to the wainscoting in the kitchen. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like, comment, subscribe, and head on over to the Square Foot website or app for more homes like this. Bye!